Certainly, making noise when they're traveling is a good thing to always do. In addition to that, in terms of being able to avoid a bear encounter, we recommend that people be quite alert and vigilant when they're traveling in the backcountry and watch for fresh bear signs. So, for fresh tracks in the mud or the snow, depending on what time of year you're traveling, whether there's any scat along the trail that indicates a bear has been traveling there or feeding, or signs of fresh feeding, rocks that might be flipped over as they're searching for insects on the side of the trail, or diggings for roots or other vegetation. And even just being alert with respect to where you are. Are you in the middle of a berry patch? If you're in the middle of a berry patch in midsummer, there's a good chance there's going to be bears around. In addition to that, we recommend that people can avoid having an encounter by always having their dog on a leash. It is the law when you're hiking inside a national park, but it's just good common practice anytime, even if you're hiking outside a national park context. We require in the national park that people keep their dogs on a leash at all times. And the reason for that is that dogs' behavior can be quite unpredictable, particularly when they're faced with a large animal like a bear. So although people may feel very confident that they know exactly how their dog is going to behave and react, that may not be the case when you're out there. And every bear is an individual as well. So how the two species interact with each other can be quite significant. So you never want to be in a situation when you're hiking where a dog may agitate a bear, and that will actually increase the chance of turning a sighting into an encounter, or the seriousness of an encounter that's already happened. There's been many instances where dogs have literally run up and harassed and agitated bears, and then run back to their owners with the bears in hot pursuit. And that's a worst case scenario. So it's very important that you keep your dog on a leash so you can keep it under control at all times. We also encourage people to travel in groups. The larger, the better. A group of people is more imposing, and you're less likely to have a negative encounter with a bear if you are traveling in a cohesive group. And I think the biggest one that we always recommend for people is to never approach a bear. So always maintain a healthy distance from a bear, a minimum of 100 meters. And if you can maintain a distance of a lot further than that, so much the better.